Hey, all you recovering emo kids, Amanda and Rob here at the Emo Kids Anonymous podcast. And on today's episode, we are joined by Max from the band Kiss the Scientist out of Los Angeles. And it was a fun time.
The Valley.
We got the Valley, yes, very close to Rob, not far away at all, which is wild. But we got to talk about their new single that they just released, their new EP that came out earlier this year, what they have going on coming up. We talked about his influences, a lot of Foo Fighters and Pearl Jam talk, Brendan Fraser, you name it. We talked about it on this
Pringles
podcast.
talk, yeah. Pringles talk, KROQ talk. Talked about Hawaiian barbecue in the Valley here. All sorts of things. Kiss the Scientist rips, another band in a long line of Take This to Heart bands that great band. Shout out Max, great time.
Yeah.
Probably the closest in proximity I think interview we've done technically. Like closest to me.
You.
Yeah,
yes.
I think because other LA
Probably
ones
for me too. Yeah.
Yeah, would have been farther. Yeah, so wow. Okay. But before we get to that, do us a favor, follow us on the internet, subscribe here if you're watching this on the YouTube or Spotify. If you could subscribe or follow us, that would mean a lot. I don't like asking, it's uncomfortable. But do that and hit the buttons, all the buttons down there. You've watched the internet before, you know about the fucking buttons. Emo Kids Anonymous on Instagram, Emo Kids Anonymous podcast, Emo Kids Anonymous clips on TikTok, Twitter, Emo Kids Anon pod. As always, episodes brought to you by Protege. Protege is the all-in-one face serum. It'll fix your face, okay? You go over to protege.com, you enter Emo Kids at checkout, you get your first bottle for $10. After that, you enter Rob40, ROBB40, you get 40% off at checkout. Now, with all that being said, here's our interview with Kiss the Scientist.
Feeling back up, broken heart again. I tried to think of what.
Hello, Max.
Yeah,
Yes.
it works.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You have Kylo Ren behind you, huh?
I'm not gonna lie, that is the most menacing Adam Driver, like Kylo Ren. I can.
Is that the second time Adam Drivers came up today, Amanda?
Oh my God, you're right. Because we interviewed Harrison Gordon earlier today. We talked about the Marriage Story.
No way.
Yeah. So this is a really weird thing that Adam Driver would come up.
I was gonna say, I
day.
think these are like the only two times Adam Drivers ever came up, like ever in the show. This is.
To be fair, Kylo Ren is very emo, so I'm surprised we haven't brought him up sooner.
I honestly,
a little bit. I'm gonna get him like this so you can kind of get a. There we go. Get both of us in a shot.
Where do you live in Los Angeles County where you have a garage?
So I live in the San Fernando Valley.
Shout out, me too. Shout out San Fernando Valley.
You live in the Valley? I live right next to CSUN. I live in Northridge.
Oh shit, yeah. I live on fucking like Topanga Victory. I'm right by the fucking mall in Woodland Hills. Yeah.
Are y'all close then? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know geography
probably
in
like
LA. Okay.
No,
He's 15 minutes away.
Yeah, my kid's
Okay.
mom works at the right next to the Guitar Center over there in Northridge. Like
In Northridge?
Yeah.
Oh, that's down the street.
Literally, yeah. It's about 17-minute drive. I know because I have to get him ready and go out there.
There we go.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
I was very
down the
curious
street.
that because I saw like you guys played in like Palmdale, I think, with Glass Gen, maybe.
Palmdale. Who we played with in Palmdale? We played with Sunburnt.
Okay.
We played with Revelry. We played with. Was it Glass Generation? Man.
It was somewhere because it popped. I feel like it was like right because Joe sent your stuff over and I just like started talking about y'all and then I saw that pop up and I was like, fucking Palmdale? I was like, oh, you gotta play closer to me, bro. Like
we were actually on our way back from Vegas. So we played in Vegas that Saturday, drove back, played Palmdale Sunday, and then drove home. So it was more of a it was on the way back. It was out of convenience, but it was fine. I'm just kidding.
What's the venue there?
The Transplant Brewing Company. It was awesome. Place is so sick.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
There we go. That makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. So it was it was a mini tour for the weekend.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
See, now Rob, now you know.
There we go.
You know, thank you.
Yeah. Well, Max, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so happy to have you on to talk about Kiss the Scientist. You guys have a new single out. You had an EP that dropped. What is it? Earlier this year, I believe it was, or
in
March.
In March, yeah.
Better in my head. Yeah, your debut EP too.
Debut.
And yeah, which is incredible because like you're I feel like you're all over you're all over. Like I'm seeing you guys everywhere. And so for that to be your debut EP, it's just like that has to be for you kind of daunting. Cause when did you guys start? Like when did the band kind of form?
It's pretty interesting because me and our guitarist Devin, we've known each other since high school.
Okay.
And so I want to say we started really playing. We were in jazz band together, but we ended up kind of forming
Beautiful.
a project in like 2021. Is kind of when we were like, hey, we should like do this and be in a band with no clear direction in mind. It was just very like, hey, let's go play some music.
Yeah.
Devin's a super talented piano player, synth player, and guitar player. So it was very like, okay, well, he's very versatile. I could play guitar and sing and do this, and we'll just, make it happen. So 2021 is when we kind of had the idea. We've had quite a few formations since then, but I think the name Kiss the Scientist happened around 2022. At some point, we were like, hey, let's do this. And the kind of more emo alternative direction kind of happened later, probably 2025. Sort of. So it's been a work in progress for a little while, and then we kind of found our little lane.
How did our friend Mr. Urban get his hands on y'all then? How'd y'all guys get scoped out by one of the better labels in the genre right now?
We love Joe so much. He sent us a DM, I want to say around August or September. Not a DM, an email around August or September. Introducing himself. We had just released a song with a super long title, but we just called it Pringles. I gave you $10 to buy Pringles.
Yeah,
we
you
had
can say
released
the
that.
full title. This is
I gave you $10 to buy Pringles, but you didn't give me change back. Pringles aren't $10.
We released these days.
These days. We released that. I want to say, you know what? I could totally be wrong. This week, last year.
Yep.
Wow.
So there you go. It's almost a year coming up on that. So we released that, had some decent TikTok traction, and then I want to say around August, September, we got an email from Joe, just kind of like introducing himself. Hey, this is what I do. Would love to talk sometime. Like if you're up for it, yada yada yada. And hopped on a call, immediately hit it off. So I want to say it was like friendly chat for a good month or so, and then Joe was like, "Hey, like let's do this thing." And since then, it's just been like Joe is the best. Honestly, it has been incredible.
Between Pony, Palette Knife, Snarls, I think we have coming up like next month. Like they're
no way.
Future Teens too. Pretty solid.
Great roster. Honestly,
Really
Joe's got good taste.
I think they're cooking up something
I say
right
as
now.
I'm signed. I say as I'm working.
Right.
But he's got great taste. But really, like even when I had first talked to Joe and he was telling me about the label and there were a lot of the bands I hadn't heard of or anything like that. So it was very like, okay, well, if we're going to do this, like, let me do a deep dive. And like every single artist had something that I end up really feeling like, oh, this is awesome. Oh, this band is great. This is sick. And it was just like everything. I would just text him back and forth. I'm like, oh, dude, this Palette Knife band is awesome. Oh, Pony, this song is awesome. Whatever it was. Even now, a couple weeks ago, Palette Knife dropped their LP, and I was like, Joe, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah,
like they ripped.
That's a good band.
They're great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. Yeah, but I'm curious. So you said that you eventually moved in the direction of like the emo pop punk sound. So what made you decide to evolve your music towards this sound in this genre?
Let's see. Let's circle back for a minute. So we kind of ended up, even the stuff that's still released now, you'll kind of hear this classic rocky thing in like 2021, 2022 that we were going with.
Okay.
And
wait, when you say classic rock, like how classic? Like what's classic to you? I'm just curious.
Oh no, I mean like at the time, I feel like for me, one of my favorite bands at that time, I got super into Greta Van Fleet for a second.
I was gonna say you were Zeppelin kids. I know you were Zeppelin kids. It's the jazz band thing.
I'm a huge Beatles guy. Devin was huge Pink Floyd.
You thought he was gonna say fucking Green Day, didn't you, Amanda?
I was afraid. I didn't know.
You guys just say Green Day and fucking Foo Fighters and Blink. Make us feel old.
Classic rock. I'm a classic rock, dude. I'm a big Offspring guy. Come on. No.
21 Pilots.
Yeah, dude. Huge. Come on. Way back. We're turning back the clock.
Yes. Oh, I was like, oh gosh,
Um,
I need to know. Go on. I'm so sorry.
No, so we got like Devin was super into Pink Floyd. I got super into like the Zeppelin. I was a huge Beatles kid, so there was like that aspect where I guess that's just kind of what we were into at the time.
Yeah.
And kind of quickly we're like, okay, let's kind of we ended up turning a little more punkier after that. Like I got into kind of the Brit punk space. Like Idols was like one of my
Oh,
favorite bands
nice.
ever.
Okay.
Idols, Fontaines DC. I feel like that stuff kind of comes out. And there's a song released called Robot that we still play very often. I think there's kind of that sound that kind of still stuck around in there. But we probably around 2024, somewhere in that space, me and our guitarist Devin and our former guitarist, other member Kevin at the time, he was very kind of into that 2010s, like Story So Far, Balance and
Yes.
Composure. Story So Far is West Coast, but a lot of the East Coast stuff, Balance and Composures, the title fights and stuff like that.
Yes.
So it was like, okay, well, I can kind of hear the punk translation there. Maybe we can kind of work in that. And then the further we dove into it, we just found so many avenues that we really liked
Yeah.
and stuff that we had heard of. So it wasn't all completely new to us. Like I got into movements probably in the late
Oh,
2010s.
okay.
I was like, oh, like this is awesome. And then
Yeah.
kind of that family tree of like movements and like, oh, Story So Far is great. Oh, here's Hot Mulligan. This is awesome. Like I'm finding these bands.
Yeah.
You're falling down the goddamn pipeline. Yeah.
Yeah. just
Exactly.
The
That's
rabbit
exactly
hole.
what it was.
Gotcha. Yeah.
100%. That's exactly what it was. It was just like one domino after the other.
leads
You know,
to
it's
the
kind of
next
started
one. Yeah.
yeah, started to kind of topple over. And then eventually we were like, oh, we should like really, let's just give this a shot,
Yeah.
So we kind of, on the EP, the first song that I think was written on the EP was a song called Smile, which is very, very, very punky.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, super, super punky. But to me, it was very like, okay, like how do we, bring in the screamy thing and the punky thing and the kind of ambient background and wailing guitars and do the whole thing into a song like on the EP as well called High, which I find to be very Story So Far pop punky.
Oh yeah.
So that avenue is kind of where we ended up sitting and we were feeling okay, pretty good about it. And then as time has gone on, Pringles was written later, and that was more, I don't want to call it Midwest emo, but adjacent.
Yeah.
Kind of had that twinkly
see that.
guitar. Yeah, twinkly guitar vibe, and that's where we stemmed off really into like, oh, bingo, got it. Like let's do something kind of like that. I feel like it showcases kind of what we do and what we listen to, and
Yeah.
so that's kind of how we landed here.
I did this post like a couple weeks or a month or so ago on the Instagram about like song titles or blah blah blah, and like people are like commenting with like they're like the most like fucked up song titles. And now that you're saying, I'm realizing like there's probably at least 7 or 8 that came in with Pringles. If
No
I went through
way!
the comments, like there's like there was a Pringle, like we got a Pringles today, and I wanted to be like, you fucking have no clue. Also, while we're on the subject, one of our listeners, Preston, has like, there's been a couple times where he's like DM me being like, you gotta get this band, and it's like, what do you know, we have them. But like the other day was like, I got another band for you, Kiss the Scientist, and I went and screenshotted like the calendar invite, and I was like, next
Done.
week, motherfucker.
It's here, dude.
Yeah, shout out
Yeah.
Preston. Yeah.
Shout out Preston, man. You rock,
Yes.
dude. Shout
Yeah.
out.
I was like, damn, Kiss the
Preston
Scientist
has
doing
good
fucking,
taste.
you guys getting requested here. Let's
I
go.
know.
Wow. I was
know.
excited. It's crazy. As when I had first gotten the email from you guys and from Joe was like, hey, you're gonna do this. I was like, I know what this is. Like I know exactly what this is. I get you guys on my feed all the time.
Oh god.
I was like, oh, this is sick. Like I'm so down. It's gonna be awesome.
That's so
Yes.
that's sick. Yeah, I know.
we try to be a good time.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm super excited, honestly.
Yeah.
So now that this is out, we have some more shows coming up as well. What do we got on the horizon here?
Yeah.
Well, there's a few things that I'll keep under wraps, but it's been very busy.
Okay.
We kind of had the TikTok moment happen, and it's been a pretty chaotic last 7 or 8 weeks or so. We dropped the Just For Me, the single,
Yep,
and
the single.
that's gone over very well, and we think that is going to translate very well into what we do next, which is actively being worked on. So there's a lot of
Interesting.
stuff kind of on the horizon that I think we're going to have a very busy end of summer and fall.
Oh, okay.
Is what I'd say. And thanks to Joe and company, who, I mean, Joe has been just such a great kind of guider in doing this, and has helped us grow
Yeah.
exponentially since we've kind of met him. And yeah, that's kind of what's on the horizon.
Horizon. So you guys you are still writing some things, maybe for something future coming up. Okay, that sounds good.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of writing. I mean, I think we've kind of I think I've said this to somebody before, but the EP Better in My Head, it came out this year, but it was written kind of within the last 2 years, maybe even 2
Okay.
years ago. So it was
Yeah.
really like we were sitting on these songs that we had recorded for a while, and we kind of were like, oh, like I don't know if we drop it, like who's gonna listen to it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Finally, we had like kind of the Pringles TikTok moment, and we were like, okay, this seems like our time to try and get this done. We met
Yeah.
Joe, finished it up, dropped it this year, which we're super excited about. But in the meantime,
Mhm.
we had, a ton of songs that we were just like, hey, we have like a bunch of songs. Like, let's, if we're really doing this thing, let's go for it. And Joe was like, yeah, man, let's keep this rolling. So
Yeah,
it's been
I
busy.
love that. That's good. So
Yeah.
take us to the writing room in Kiss the Scientist. What does the writing process look like for the band?
I would say a lot of it starts where I'm sitting with me and
With
me and
Adam?
Kylo.
With
Yeah, me and
Kylo?
Kylo. It just kind of starts here. Very like, start with kind of one thing, and if it's like really like it, try and just kind of build on it. For me, it's like build on it as much as I can.
Uh-huh.
And then take it to the band. And it's like, hey, does this suck? No. Let's do this thing, let's try and
Yeah.
finish it. And then our producer, Matt, is also awesome and has been kind of here every step of the way. He produced our EP as well.
Oh,
So
beautiful. Okay.
he's been around with us. So I feel like we kind of have this really good working relationship where
Mhm.
we can bring in something and he's like, oh, let's like try this and let's try this, that, and the other. And so it becomes a very collaborative effort post, kind of the idea stemming from the garage.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's a lot of it. And, with anything, it's a lot of like being inspired by whatever we're listening to and, picking up a guitar and
Yeah.
for us, it's like we have, our few guitars that kind of sit here. They're all in different tunings. And it's like, all right, let's just pick this up, strum. Okay, well, this is what
Mhm.
we're working with today.
Yeah.
So do that, kind of build something. And even if it just starts as like a verse or just a chorus or
Yeah.
30 seconds of something that we love, it's like, okay, let's kind of use that and build on it and see if it fits the mold of what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. And so are you the primary lyricist then as well, or
Yeah,
okay.
I
Gotcha.
definitely do the EP. I do 90% of the lyrics. Sometimes Matt chimes in here and there, or sometimes like I'll be singing in the studio and I'll say something,
Mhm.
and like even our drummer Nick will have like hey, grammatically, does that make sense? Hey, like something like that, and it's like, you know what, maybe it doesn't. So we'll kind of go in, and at that point, it's like group, like, hey, what word is missing here, or
Yeah.
sometimes Nick, honestly. Nick has been huge in helping vocals lately, um, and just like I'll be sitting there singing, like, and trying to get the performance down, and he'll be like, "You should try this pronunciation," or "Listen to the way this guy pronounces this word. Like, do you think we can try to emulate this?" And like da 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 da, and so it's kind of a really group wide ideas
Yes.
that kind of get thrown in, regardless of where it starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have had some pretty successful internet based videos as well with the Kylo Ren behind you. The Pink Panthers cover, I think, or is it
Yep.
Addison Ray one that I feel like 5 people sent me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always here.
Yeah.
So in fact, he's here more often than I am. So
That I believe it.
yeah, he's right here. And yeah, we had the Addison Ray one that did well. Pink Panthers did well, and yeah, he's kind of always here. And I think I had taken him out for a while, and
Yeah.
even got comments that were like, "Dude, where's Kylo?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
are you making videos without him?" And it's like, you guys are right.
You guys, that
So
is fucked up of you.
He's
Yeah.
just
It was.
another member of the band.
Start
was
popping
rude.
off, yeah, and you try cutting people out, like, yeah,
It
that's
was
kinda,
rude.
kind of fucked up, man. I
Dude,
like
yeah.
I like the Kylo Ren movie where have you seen Black Klansman?
I
Yes.
You know what? I don't think I have, but I know what movie you're talking
I
about.
watched that on an airplane in like 2021. And I don't think that's the movie for a white guy to be watching on an airplane in 2021. But like, it was, yeah, great
It's a
fuck,
great
great film,
movie. Yeah, it's
great
film.
movie. Yeah.
He's a wickedly talented guy.
Is
truly.
he possibly, maybe the face of emo for a decade? The face of emo in popular media that's not
It's
actually
kind of
emo?
crazy. He really might be.
Kylo
And
Ren.
it really was not anywhere in my mind that was going to be something that was like every video is commented like, oh my God, look behind you. Oh my God, watch out. Like,
He's
oh,
creepy. Yeah.
he's watching me from the back. Why is he staring at me like that? And it's just like, it's become like this thing that's like, yeah, he's going to have to stick around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to bring that motherfucker on
Does,
tour.
does
I'm sorry.
Kylo's story ever influence lyrics or themes of Kiss the
It's
Scientist songs?
I would say he influences the vibe.
There we go.
He's
I
more
like that.
he's more of a vibe check for Kiss
Mhm.
the Scientist.
Mhm.
Just his like looming presence sometimes, especially if I'm sitting here and I have my phone set up and like I'll be like filming or doing some video and like even I'll peek over and it's like he's just like, you know, right in on it. Like, dude, you better nail
Yes.
this.
Yeah.
Sometimes
You
you
forget
have to
he's
stay,
there,
you know,
and then you
yeah,
like jump scare.
So he's
stay
an inspiration
accountable.
for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful. So on the topic of Pringles, then while we're here, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like Pringles are a little fucking mid sometimes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Do you
Hot take,
what is
Rob.
your preferred flavor of Pringles? Like what were the Pringles purchased here in question?
Definitely sour cream and onion
Okay.
are my
That's a good.
favorite Pringle.
Yes.
I have, and I found they're sitting in the pantry. I have dill pickle Pringles that are excellent.
Wow.
Big fan. And then there's like the normal like cheddar cheese ones, but my favorite are sour cream and onion, and I like original too.
I think original's probably the best one.
Yeah, it's pretty. Let me get my white background back here. Yeah, originals like you can't go wrong. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm pro Pringle. I will say though, I don't know if you guys know this or not. The reason that song is titled that.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a video. I did the original video, and I don't remember if I even captioned it of like what should we call it or anything. I just kind of posted like a guitar riff online, got a bunch of views. People were
Mhm.
commenting like, "Oh, this sounds like a song that would be called insert
Yes.
Midwest emo title here."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, we should totally like make this a game," and I posted another video that was like, help, we just finished the song and we want to release it and we have no idea what to call it. Does anybody have any ideas? The comment with the most likes will name the song. And we got the comment, I'll give you $10 to buy Pringles, but you didn't give me the change back. Pringles aren't $10. And that comment had thousands of likes. And it was like I promised I have to come through.
And now,
So-
You did.
we got to turn this into like a goddamn Pringle sponsorship somehow.
How we gonna?
Those
Yeah,
motherfuckers got money. I know they do.
Of course they
They
do.
got money.
I haven't. I don't think I've reached out, but you know what? I'll be waiting.
Yeah, big Pringle if you're watching this.
If you guys are looking at this,
Yeah.
I'm here
Yes.
and representing.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is pro Pringle. Yeah. It seems like I know a lot of bands that we've had on here when it comes to the social media aspect, it's like they grind, they know they have to do it, some don't want to do it, but you guys seem to have a good handle on it. Is this something you had to work at, or is it just like natural for you? Like that's something you just gravitate towards?
Definitely had to work at it. I would say I was not very into it for a long time. I'm sure my people in my surroundings will watch this and say like, I was telling you to do this years ago, and if you would have done this years ago, maybe you guys would have gotten farther. You guys would have been getting further. And but you know what? It's 100% true. Like
Yeah.
it literally once you start, it's like you kind of get inspired to keep going. Depending on the feedback and what happens. So I would say like I hated it when we started for sure. But once you get going and it's in your routine, it's just kind of like, okay, like this is what we have to do. And you know, sometimes it's really awesome, and you never know what is going to happen. And here I am talking to you.
That's exactly right.
You
Yeah, 100%.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So
And you do the covers, which I think always help. You know, people love seeing covers, especially of non-emo songs, right? Being turned
yeah.
into a different genre. Is there one that you want to try to do that you haven't done yet on your
Oh,
socials?
that it's pretty interesting because I had been doing it for a little while before the Pink Panthers one took off a
Okay.
little bit. So, I kind of started at like doing Porter Robinson songs. Like, that was one that I remember being
Okay.
like awesome. I'm a huge 1975 fan, did a couple of
Yeah.
those, which was
Same.
great. And yeah, it's pretty random. I wish I
Okay.
had like a list of songs that was like, this is what I should do. But it's really just like press shuffle in my car and
Oh,
like,
okay.
oh, this sounds like something that like if I turn this into an emo or a Midwest emo song, like
Yes.
it would maybe work. Um, so I get a lot of comments that are like, oh, you should do more, you should do Billie Eilish, oh, you should do Olivia Rodrigo,
Mm,
you should do, this, that, and the other. And so I'm kind of actively always on the lookout for something,
yeah.
just to see if it would work. But if there was one that I would like really want to do, um, I came across this Kim Petras song not that long ago that I was like, hey, this is cool. Like maybe this
Okay.
would work. Um, I feel like Julia Wolf is inherently emo, so it's kind of like,
For
okay,
sure.
that would be kind of an easy transition.
That would be.
Yeah, and I always get, I always get somber a lot, like, back to
Really?
being friends. It's like, oh, you should do that, and it's like, oh, that would probably be really good.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of always like thinking about it a little bit, but no wish list just yet. It's
No
kind of
wishes, yeah.
solely based on vibe.
I'd like to
Hey, I like
consider
that.
adding. I'd like you to possibly shortlist Kyoto by Phoebe Bridgers and
That's a
also How
great
to
one.
Love by Lil Wayne.
Yes.
I don't know
Yeah.
by Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
Yes,
Okay,
I
there
feel
we
like
go.
that's got a lot of potential there. Like,
you feel it? It's got a
yeah,
good
yeah,
like,
yeah. If you just clean up the strumming and just fucking pick it out a little
yeah.
more, like I think, yeah. Shout out
I'll,
Wheezy.
No, I will add that to the list, and as well as Phoebe Bridgers, another one that's like inherently emo. Like it's so like
I feel like
Oh,
yeah,
that to me
yes.
is a Blink song. Like that's like Mark
yes,
Hoppus is supposed to sing that song. It
I
Yeah.
sounds
think
like a
wow,
Mark song.
that's kind of actually it's a really good kind of way to put it because I never thought about it like that, but like as that
Mhm.
came out of your mouth, that makes perfect
You can
sense.
hear it, right? Like kind of like
Yeah,
that, like kind of like the way she's staying right in that kind of like
yeah,
monotone spot right
It's
there,
very
kind of like
Mark.
breathing it
Mhm.
out. Like it's Mark. It's a
it's
Mark song.
very Mark, and even lyrically,
Yeah.
it's very Mark. It's very like super descriptive and
Descriptive.
like
I'm alone. I'm at the like kind of like like there's a sense of
Yeah.
loneliness and
yep.
it's Mark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very like I spilled apple juice in the hall.
Yes,
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly kind of the
thank you
vibe.
for seeing my vision there. I
I
appreciate
I
that.
get it.
You mentioned the
100%.
1975. We have a friend who is a book writer. His book is over there. It's under Will. He's a big fan of the 1975 and
He
argues for their
is.
emo adjacency as well. Would you classify them as possibly emo adjacent? What's the appeal there? Like I feel like I like the 1975 songs I like, but I feel like I just haven't dove in.
I will vouch for emo adjacent 1975
Okay.
because I think I think definitely lyrically it's there. They're definitely on the popular side, but I think the earlier you go, like that first record, and even the stuff that's like pre the first record that
Mhm.
they were doing when they were like kids is super to me that like mid 2000s
Yeah.
emo movie soundtrack
Yeah.
sounding kind of thing. So I kind of vouch for that there. And I think there's stuff on their first LP that's very like, oh, this is definitely emo adjacent. They took it kind of their own route.
Mhm.
But I think Matty Healy is emo at heart for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
I feel like 'cause I feel like if I'm not mistaken, actually, he pulled out like he made a list of his top emo records, and it was like a bunch of
Yes.
like fucking scrammed deep cuts type shit.
Oh,
Like it was not like there was like maybe like the starting line or something was on there, but like
yeah.
besides that, it was like
Yes.
no, he was certified ball knower.
I was gonna say he's got crazy ball
Yeah,
knowledge. He wears
it
this
was insane. Yeah,
he actually when I got into the 1975, a band that I was in crazy, a band that I was introduced to from just being a 1975 fan was the band Glassjaw. And I ended up,
Wow.
yeah, because he like said something about like, you know, what like favorite records of all time. And he was
Yeah.
like, oh, dude, like Glassjaw. And I was like, what? Okay. Went back and I was like, oh my God, this is like the coolest band I've ever heard in my life. Like he is awesome. And I literally, now I'm a huge Glassjaw fan.
The
But
1975 to Glassjaw
Glassjaw,
pipeline
the
is
pipeline's
real
pretty
too.
awesome. Pretty awesome. And I also kind of got this like when you released Pringles, something I hadn't even necessarily thought of. There were people kind of in that comments that were like, this sounds like an early 1975 song, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Like it kind of gives off that vibe. It kind of has this meets like a you know, a more modern kind of sort of just twinkly guitar-y thing. And so, you know, maybe I've, you know, become such a fan that
It
it's just
bleeds
kind of
through
in my
like on accident.
subconscious, it kind of comes through. But yeah, I with that being said, I will say Matty Healy and the 1975 are emo adjacent.
I think he'd
Beautiful.
like to be in the company of that, so I would agree
Yeah,
with that. Yeah,
absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, I think he'd be stoked
Mhm.
on that.
He
Yeah.
would be. Yeah. And so, Max, you guys had quite a few really amazing opportunities. You guys did the pre-Warped tour, the
Yes.
pre-show tour last year with like the Paradox and Super Sometimes.
Yeah.
Which how was that experience? Because I think that's, you know, kind of big time. You have the Warped tour,
Yeah,
branding there, like
those are the two bands
that's
getting the they get the they're
Kind of wild because like, yeah, I remember that show came together really quickly through a guy, and if he sees this, Mike Saprari is his name, at Loyal to the Craft.
okay.
Awesome guy. Love him. He put together the show. And just such a nice guy. But it was crazy seeing Kiss the Scientist with like the official Vans Warped Tour sticker on the same poster. And it's just like me and our drummer. I mean, the whole band, we were just like, what? Like, how is this happening right now? Like, this is awesome. And but it was pretty crazy because at the time, and I mean, obviously, especially now, now, a few months ago, the Paradox had like the biggest alternative song in the country.
Yeah, they've been having a couple years.
They're crushing it.
I literally
Yeah.
emailed them today. We got like a press email. I was like, we'll have the Paradox on, and their guy's like, yeah, they're not doing interviews right now. I'm like, fucking let me know when they are.
Yeah, I saw them for free last year at like a local festival here in Kentucky and met them and stuff. I'm like, I don't think I could do that now.
Wow.
Yeah, they're doing way better now. Yeah,
It's like, and it's like they were already kind of like, it was like past buzz. Like it was buzz about a band. They were already like kind of above that. I feel like they were establishing themselves as like this legit thing. And then flash forward 8 months later, it's like, oh, see you guys. You guys got it. Like this is awesome.
Yeah.
But opening for them at this pizza place called D Piazzas in Long Beach, right across the street from the festival grounds.
Yes, I
That's
emailed
really
them the
cool.
other day. I emailed them a few months ago. They did not answer me.
Well,
anyways, keep going. Yes,
we got that gig, came together super fast, but it was us, a band called Olive Box, Super Sometimes, and the Paradox. And it was such a trip. It was like the first, you know, we had opened for some, you know, legit bands before. We've opened for Hoobastank, we opened for the Plain White Tees, we opened for Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. So we've had our fair share of like moments where we're opening for legit bands, but it's kind of a different vibe in the room when the headliner is really young.
I was gonna say those bands are sick, but those bands are for like fucking olds. Like that's like the crowd. The crowd's a little more tame at Plain White Tees. They've all, you know, like. It's not Plain White Tees in 2006 where everyone's going crazy. Whereas like at Paradox Super Sometimes, like you're getting fucking energy. Like there's
it's very like those bands are so established. You know what you're getting. This is very like you're gonna get that angsty teen, young 20s thing out of this, and that was with all the bands. Because I want to say we're all close to the same age. I think, but the Paradox, Super Sometimes, Olive Box, and us. Super Sometimes, now, it's again, same thing, kind of shortly after that show, it was like, oh, wow. Like, what happened? They have how many monthly listeners? They have how many followers? Wow, this is crazy. Same with the Paradox. It's like, oh my gosh, like this just blew up. Olive Box, too. They had a song, I think, a couple months ago that was just like, wow, this is streaming like crazy. And now it's like, here we are with the TikTok moment, and it's working out pretty well. And it's kind of like, whoa, okay. Like that.
Now we can do that.
It's like that lineup now, and we talk about it always as a band and like kind of just as like a little group. It's like that lineup, like hopefully and I'm feeling optimistic about all 4 of us on that lineup. One day that lineup is going to be like, let's hang that up somewhere, man.
Yeah.
Like they were,
Yeah.
it's
they
gonna be a
played a,
sick
this
ass
lineup
flyer.
played a, this lineup played a pizza place that held maybe 100 people.
Yeah.
When you say that was put together, is that Mike, SJC Mike?
Yes.
Sick.
Formerly SJC. I
Yeah.
guess he left to do Lord of the Craft full time. But Mike is like genuinely one of just the best dudes ever.
Yeah, I've heard nice things about Mike for literally almost 20 years now. Yeah,
Yep.
SJC.
He's just that
SJC
guy.
used to spot, like, I swear they'd like all the like newer up and coming Warped Tour, but like they'd sponsor them and they'd like help them out with like a fucking kit and just like
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, they would. Yeah, they were a very nice drum company. I mean, they
And
still are,
now-
but Mike left. I know.
Mike left, but even like I think obviously he still has something to do with SJC, I think. But he like it's kind of crazy. I was like talking to him and like the things he even does just for like the Warped Tours, like he has this booth. He's like he's a vendor. He kind of sets up this big old easy up. And all day throughout the Warped Tours last year, he had School of Rock kids come in, had these groups learn a song or whatever, whatever it was. And then it was like, oh, they're going to play Ocean Avenue, but the singer of Yellow Card's going to come and sing it with them.
Sick.
And it's like,
gosh.
and it's like, oh my, it's like Mike is so, like that's just so awesome.
That's really
really
fucking
cool.
sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Shout out, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out
And
Mike.
for the record, I am paraphrasing the Ocean Avenue Yellow Card thing. That was an example, but I know Mike does stuff like that.
That's really cool.
He might have, and it might have even been Yellow Card, to be fair.
How did the Hoobastank thing happen then? What's the deal
Yeah.
with the Hoobastank here? Yeah. Yeah. Do we got Hoobastank? Is that your uncle?
Not quite. So it's funny. They are literally the nicest guys on the planet. But when I was about 19 or 20, we got a DM from their guitarist Dan, who kind of sort of knew my mom as a client of sorts. Just like
Okay.
my mom works in the insurance world, and
Ah.
through that. So Dan kind of just like, maybe he was just snooping around Instagram or something like that. Saw me and our guitarist Devin. We were just playing in this coffee shop, like an acoustic thing. He was on pianos doing this. And he was like, "Oh, your kid's in a band, like cool. Like, is this what he really wants to do for a living?" Da da da. But he shot me this DM. Hey, I'm Dan. I play in Hoobastank. Like, would love to just like chat, like what's going on. And so we met and we talked, and it's like literally like even to this day, he is probably one of my best friends in the world. Dan.
Wow.
He is an awesome, awesome guy. He took us to, a real recording studio for the first time. And it's like when it comes to like something like that, and for a band like us, it's like being surrounded by pros, I think is really cool because it's like, all right, he has been there, done that.
Yeah.
You name it. He's been there, done that. And so the insight and the ideas and introducing us to people and let's go to a real recording studio. Let's like show you what that's really like. Like, let's show you like what kind of like caliber that you have to be at to pull this off. And even same with like, he's written hit songs. He knows his way around.
does.
He's like, hey, like
does.
you should try this. You should try that. Da, da, da. Flash forward a couple years, they were they did a 20-year anniversary show of their debut record at the Whiskey. It was sold out. It was sold out. Awesome. I was like, oh man, I'd love to go. He was like, how about you guys just open the show? And we were like, oh yeah, dude, like let's go.
That's amazing.
So that was awesome. We did that. We've opened for them a couple times since then too, just around the area. And yeah, they are just straight up the nicest guys. Dan is incredible. All of them, Doug, Chris, Jesse, Dan. They're awesome.
Yeah.
If they see this, you guys are the best. So
And you had to play with them too?
I have played with them.
Yeah.
I've opened for them. There was kind of a medical emergency that had gone down at one point, and he hurt his hand, couldn't play, and so there was like an instance where he was like, "Dude, I kind of need your help. Like what? Like, can you audition? Do you want to try out and see if we can make this happen?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." It was one show. I did it, and it was an incredible experience.
Wow.
Last minute and I'll never forget it. It was
I
incredible.
saw, played with Hoobastank. I figured it was like the Green Day shtick where like, they bring someone on to play with them. Like,
You legit
maybe
played the
like
whole
you
thing.
popped on for like one song. Like, no, you like motherfucker, we got a set here. Like here's your in-ear pack. Like this is what
How many
Right.
songs did you have to learn on the last minute like that for them?
I think that set was like 45 or 50 minutes or so.
Okay.
Still, that's
Okay.
pretty good
Yeah.
number of songs. Yeah.
It was good. It was a good amount of songs, and I mean, it was kind of just one of those like freak accident. Like
Yeah.
his dog bit his hand. Like it was a total accident, complete accident, and he was like, "Dude, I can't press down on the guitar. Like,
Oh.
do you want to like let's just see if you can do come to rehearsal, see if you can do this, and if
Mhm.
not, whatever." I came in, I learned the songs, and next thing I knew, he was like, "Hey, I need you this one time." And I was like, "Okay, yeah." And he was there. He was there side stage doing clicking his pedals. I just played it. I was the hands, he
Sick.
was the feet.
That's sick.
Wow,
Oh, it's
he's
like
like the
teaching your kid how to
He's
drive or
like the
something
Jamie
like that.
Lee Curtis, and you were like the Lindsay Lohan of
Yes,
like the
it was
Freaky Friday.
literally Freaky Friday.
That's amazing.
It was literally Freaky Friday.
Oh, I love
Sick.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
What a beautiful image in my head now.
Transitioning over, logical segue here. Besides, I mean, Super Sometimes or San Diego, Glass Gen or South Bay. What are some of the other LA bands right now that are fucking cool?
Willow Wake.
Willow Wake. Okay.
Willow Wake. They are awesome. They have a song Echo Odd. It is a banger. Their EP, also a banger. Super into them. And I'm gonna go pretty local here. A good friend of mine who has filled in on drums for this band before. Diego, he's in a band called Mini Shopping Cart. Love them. Mini Shopping Cart. I think it's like his gamer tag or something. It's kind of
Sick.
has this like strokesy synth wave, but like they have like
Okay.
awesome guitars too. But like it's not all synthy. Like he's a great guitar player. Love them. Mini Shopping Cart, Willow Wake. Those are like the two that kind of
Pop up.
jump out to me. Oh, and one more. There's a band younger than us for sure. They're called Standby.
Standby.
Yeah. They're great. We've opened for them. Like we've played with them a few times. They kind of got this really cool gig at a local brewery called
Okay.
Tarantula Hill near. This guy knows Tarantula,
Tarantula Hill.
Yeah, he
Yes,
does.
Thousand Oaks.
Yes.
in Thousand Oaks. They have
Yeah.
the stage in the back, and good times. And they
Yeah,
have the stage
no
in the
rotten
back.
times. Man, I told you about Tarantula recently. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you have, haven't you?
yeah. That's
Yeah.
like years ago. I was like, this would have been like 2019. We were supposed to have a band on from that area, and they played their first show there. And I was like, I want to go hang out with them. I was like, but they're playing at this bar. I was like, I've only been there twice, and it was like to go on dates with women after I broke up with Benji's mom. I was like, one of them was married. Like,
Woo! Yes. So that's Tarantula Hills.
yeah.
Okay.
Shout out
Tarantula
Tarantula.
Hill.
They do pizza. Yeah, I've had the pizza from there.
The good pizza, good ice cream, good beer. They got
Good
everything.
beer? I
It's,
was like,
it's,
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
vibe. Yeah. But they have the stage in the back that they kind of set up, and that band Standby, they have like a sound guy, like a friend of the family, and bring their
Oh.
gear, and they just kind of have their friends go and play Tarantula on a Friday or Saturday night. So we played with them a few times too, and I thoroughly enjoy them. So
Beautiful.
that is Max's 3. Willow
Sick.
Wake, Mini Shopping Cart, Standby.
Standby.
Sick.
There you go.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm gonna even go one more as an extra because it just popped into my head. Car Underwater. Have you heard of them yet?
Yeah. I didn't
Oh, man.
realize they're from here.
I believe they are from LA. Awesome band.
Well,
I don't know them. I've never met them or anything like that. I just came across that song with the title that I can't remember, but they posted a music video. It's very blue.
Mm.
And I remember hearing that song for the first time, and I was like, what am I listening to right now? Like, I
Sick.
cannot wait for whatever they're up to. I think they might have dropped an EP or something like that. But there you go. Top 4.
Top
Sick.
4.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thank you for those recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rob always likes to get the recommendation.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I need the local, especially like if they're semi in our region here. Like there's this band. Have you heard Alberta?
No, I don't
Alberta,
think so.
I think they're like South Bay too, or no, they're in like
Okay.
La Cañada, Flint Ridge or something, like way far away.
Awesome.
And they haven't announced the actual show yet. I'm fucking like blowing their spot now, but they booked a show in the Valley, and they like sent me a DM like on my personal TikTok being like, "There's a show in the Valley. It's in Van Nuys here." I was like, fucking sick. Like, you told us to book a show in the Valley. Like, you better come. I was like,
so you have to be there.
I was like, all right. I was like, fuck, I will make that work. Like, just play after 8 p.m. Like let's go. like sick. So
That's pretty
yeah.
awesome. I had no idea that you were located in the Valley. That's pretty crazy. So that brings me to a question for you two: is how do you two know each other, and how did this start?
The internet. Yeah.
The internet, literally. Rob, I'm in Kentucky. That's where I live. So Rob last year, no, like I guess early, like January of last year, posted like these
December,
videos.
maybe.
He had a whole segment of videos about, he doesn't know what to teach his kids in day like 43 of homeschooling. So he starts putting on emo, emo music videos. And one of them was Fall Out Boy. Fall Out Boy is my all-time favorite band. And most of my TikToks, and I like pretty much a Fall Out Boy TikTok
Awesome.
page. Essentially, yeah, I do cosplay. Anyways, yeah, so
I
do cosplay Patrick Stump. It's no big deal. Like I do pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
And so as we started commenting, and then he started commenting on my videos back and forth, and then when they were gonna shut off TikTok the first time, he had posted about wanting to do some longer form content like podcasts, and one is looking for hosts, and I was like, I would love to do this. I have a little bit of experience, but not in the music world. So I messaged him, and he's like, yes, let's do it.
Sick.
So
Yeah, I was like, sick.
That's what we did. Yeah.
No one needs to hear a couple bros. I was like, she has to, it'll be like different than me and smarter. And then we started working together, and I was like, oh, fucking thank God. What a good, like, fuck.
Yeah, it was perfect. Our dynamic is just, it's unique and perfect to what we do.
And then at some point, like 10 into them, we interviewed it was like Winona Fighter and then Combat, and like I don't think we weren't going to do even
excellent bands.
We weren't even going to really do interviews. I don't like that wasn't. It was just like
we were just
those
talk about
happened, and we were like fuck it, and then we didn't really have interviews for a while. Like it was just like all right, well since we don't have those, like because we couldn't line them up. Like it was tough, especially like at the beginning. It's tough to convince bands like come on this thing and say shit for an hour. You're like you know like for all you know we're fucking Nazis or something. I don't know. Like that would be my thought.
Not.
It was like
we are not, by the way.
You guys put that out there now. Kids know not Nazis in any way.
You guys seem like good people.
Yeah. But like then I don't know. At some point, just like now, then our calendar filled up, and now we just like are like now we interview bands, and like we have to like find little time to slip in stuff that's not just interviewing bands.
Just talking to each other.
It's very obnoxiously booked the fuck up.
Yes.
Hey, listen, being busy is good.
Amanda came here. Amanda came to the Valley. And Catherine, our producer, like they came in February. We went to West LA to go interview our dad, our overlord, Gabe Sporta, and magical. We ordered Guido's Pizza. It's really the only local food they eat. I don't know, like
Okay.
We needed something. We were hungry.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you're familiar with Guido. Yeah, I was actually.
I don't think I am.
Over there, you got like it's a lot of chains. You have a good Hawaiian barbecue place, but the problem is the Hawaiian barbecue place is right next to the fucking In-N-Out. So if I'm in the mood for Hawaiian barbecue, I'm gonna pull in, but then like I'm going to get tempted by the In-N-Out every fucking time.
Your nose is just like what?
Yeah. The Hawaiian barbecue place doesn't have that stink to it to win you over.
You're right. Well, you know what I'm close to for us Valleyans is that the Porter Ranch Center.
Yeah.
They crushed that. Fantastic options up there. So that's like the primary dinner spot, really.
Damn, that's an elegant fucking shopping center.
Which also has an In-N-Out. So, you can see all of your awesome options of high-end barbecue and great seafood, or you go to Islands and In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Which is great, just as good.
Islands, I got an issue with. I don't really fuck with Island, but
what's Island?
Islands? They don't have islands in Kentucky? I don't know. It's like a burger chain joint. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like kind of themed tropical, but it's just like we got like 20 burgers to choose from.
Nope. That's definitely not in Kentucky.
Islands. I'm an Islands fan. But you know what? So much of it is about the ambiance of the restaurant where you sit there and they have like they're showing surfing on the TV and there's like palm trees sitting in there.
It's kind of like West Coast rainforest cafe almost. Like
kind of sort of. It's like eating in a cabana with like tikis and stuff. Like it's a vibe. It's a vibe. I'm for it.
My dad loves
I
that
don't
shit.
think
There's
we
one
can
in
get away
Long
with
Beach.
theme stuff like
There's
that
one in
here
Long
Kentucky
Beach,
yet.
Amanda. We can go if you really
Okay.
fucking want.
Thanks.
There's
I
one
want to.
kind of near where the Warp Tour is over there. Let's kind
Yeah.
of by the aquarium. Have you been to the aquarium before, Max?
The Long Beach Aquarium?
Yeah.
Yeah. Aquarium of the Pacific.
Great
is great.
aquarium, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, it's an awesome aquarium. Oh, so you're coming to town for Warped Tour?
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Yes,
yeah. If they
hopefully,
unless they
approve
get
our
us
media
banned
pass.
from this one, yeah.
I will not get us banned, I promise. Me and Catherine will do a great job in DC.
Yeah. It's like
You guys, I have but one request. I don't know if I'll be in attendance at Warped Tour, but I have one request: is you have to go see Hoobastank.
I do want to
Warped
see
Tour?
Hoobastank. Yeah, they are.
They're playing DC and
they're
Long
in
Beach.
DC. Yeah,
DC and Long Beach.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if you
I was 14 years
if you
old.
want to talk to your friend Dan about maybe sitting down with me for 10 minutes,
I was 14
would
years
be
old when The
more than
Reason
happy to
came
do
out, so I had like an ear like
Look.
it's like some non-vet reaction to me because it was on the radio every other fucking song. I hear that the first notes of The Reason, I start fucking like twitching.
No.
So I need a couple minutes, and the lead singer Doug, his last name is my first name, down to the spelling.
Down to the spelling.
So we have a couple things to sort out first, but talk to them if you can. Yeah, we'll talk to them on the tour.
If you want to talk to Dan, I would love to do that.
Don't tell them about my issue with the name.
So Hoobastank, the reason is a very visceral memory for me because I was 18 when that came out, and I went to this thing called Presidential Classroom because I'm kind of smart.
What's Presidential Classroom?
So basically, it's a bunch of high school seniors who just graduated, and you go and you stay at the dorms at Georgetown University in DC, and then for a whole week you learn about the American government, and you meet with like your state senators, and then they had like at the time, I don't remember who our Secretary of State was. He can't. No, not Condoleezza Rice. Not come and talk to us because it was Bush was president at the time.
Rumsfeld.
No, it was the other guy. I can't remember his name. Anyways, so he came and spoke to us. Anyways, boy, it's for all 50 states. And there was a boy I met there. I will not say his name, but we kind of hit it off. And they had like a dance at the end of this thing, and we were dancing, and that's the song that came on, and he sang it to me, and then that was like forever, like that. That was our song. Was Hoobastank's The Reason? And
that's incredible.
We tried to do like a long distance dating that did not
Colin
happen.
Powell.
Yes. No. He was Hispanic. I can't remember his name. He was
Gonzalo.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I remember now.
You know, yes.
Sorry,
yeah.
Max. We love mid-2000s politicians for some reason on here. This has come up a lot more than Kylo Ren has. I don't know why.
We don't know why.
Everybody's got their niche, you know, and that's just where you guys lean.
That's our trains.
But we will for sure be seeing them. Yeah.
On the EP, Pringles is the only song with the long title.
Yes.
But there's also a Brendan Fraser song.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's that about?
That's a fun story. I wish there was more of a story to it, but really what happened was I wrote that song, sitting right here, acoustic guitar, just playing it, whatever. I actually think I had the first two verses, first two choruses down, didn't even change a word when we moved to the studio. Like it was just written that day. So had that, played it, kind of just did like a little live performance for my voice memos. And that chorus lyric is I haven't seen you in a while. And at the time, that the big thing was that movie, The Whale.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that was like really prominent in the headlines at that very moment. So, and I was just like listening back to it. And if I like a voice memo, I have to name it. That's just the only way I'll ever be able to find it. So I kind of heard that I hadn't seen you in a while. And I was like, Brendan Fraser. And so I referred to that song as Brendan Fraser for so long that when every time we were like, well, we could just call it Gloom, or we could just call it I Haven't Seen You in a While, every time it was just like, no, the song is called Brendan Fraser, dude. Like Fraser. This song is absolutely, it's like calling, what I can't remember who the artist is out right now, but it's, it's like the song's Eddie Vedder. That's just what the song is called. For us, it's like, it's Brendan Fraser. That's what the song is going to be called. That's how we refer to it, or we can't change it.
To be fair, at that time, we had not seen him in a while. I mean, he was,
he was gone.
He was. I mean,
it was a miraculous comeback, wasn't it?
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
he was in Doom Patrol and all that stuff. Yeah, the scandal. Yeah,
there was the standing ovation. He did the, it was just like it was the whole. His comeback was just so like what was it? What's the word I'm looking for? It was so like sweet and like
Oh
it
yeah.
was so like he was so welcomed back that it
Yes.
was just like I feel very comfortable naming a song this.
He's
Beautiful,
yes.
yeah,
You know
He's
what I
a
mean?
good
he's
person.
safe.
It'll age well. Yeah, he's safe. It'll age
Right.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think-
He's a
Yes.
safe bet. I agree.
I
Yes,
think
he
I
must be
asked,
protected at all
we
costs.
hate Roll, and I asked them, like, because like there's like the meme of like when you guys, when the race war starts and you got to shoot Tony Hawk. Like I was like, Tony Hawk and Jeff Hardy are safe in the race war. I was like, who's like the third straight white guy? And for some reason they landed on Brendan Fraser, and we're all just kind of like, all right. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, no real argument against,
No.
like.
Yeah.
No, he's great. We're good. There's like no, fate of the universe on the line. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, that's a good bet. He's gonna be all right.
What's your top like 3 favorite Brendan Fraser projects?
I mean, The Mummy's great.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm horrible with movie names, but he has the long hair. He's kind of like a Tarzan adjacent. I feel like.
Oh, George of the
Encino Man?
Jungle.
George of the Jungle. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
He
yes,
hangs
Mhm.
dong in that film. It's covered
He
by like
does.
a fruit bowl or something, but like that shit's out.
Yeah. Like
And you
young
know
And it's
Brendan
lesbian
Fraser
classic.
man.
had that thing on him, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, and you know what? The Whale's a good movie.
The Whale is a
Give it
good
to him.
movie.
Whale's a
Yeah.
good movie. I'll give it to him. So those are my 3 Brendan Fraser films off the top of the dome.
Beautiful.
That's good, yeah. I'm happy
Yeah.
you were ready for that. If you didn't have an answer for that one, that would have been fucking tough.
That would suck.
Yeah,
I would have
I would have
looked
started
like a
supplying
phony,
a few.
dude.
I would have started supplying. So I was like, school ties, school
Right,
ties.
yeah. Like fuck this. Yeah, the Brendan Fraser heads are not gonna like this clip on TikTok,
they're-
brother. Like, let me
and-
warn you.
They're gonna be anti-Kiss the Scientist for sure.
The Fraser
Yeah.
fandom, yeah, it does
Yeah.
go fucking deep. Yeah,
They're-
they're like little
They're
Swifties.
diehards, man.
Yeah.
They sure are. They are.
What's besides LA bands and the like, what are your main emo influences right now, or who are your favorite emo bands at the moment?
I'm a big Hot Mulligan guy.
Yeah.
I would say Hot Mulligan is like my one. Hot Mulligan story so far. I'm gonna try and hit you with a few. Hot Mulligan story so far. Turnover. Jimmy Eat World. Paramore.
It's a nice wide range there.
That's my
Yeah.
my 5 right there.
You
Wait
covered
to see
some
this
bases.
is Haley Williams. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like, and Rob, you'll understand this. I grew up in LA, which means I listened to KROQ every day.
Yeah, they didn't even have
Yeah.
Alt 98.7 when you were a kid then, probably. Yeah.
They definitely. God, I think I want to say they did, but I feel like at that point, just go listen to KROQ.
Yeah, it wasn't relevant. Yeah, K-Rock was
Yeah.
still like.
It's like go listen to 106.7. You're gonna hear, it's the kind of mainstream alt rock
Yeah.
radio, and by the time I was in middle school, it had definitely pivoted from the pop punk emo to more of the, I feel like stuff that sounded like that band Phoenix and like.
I was gonna say it's
what
not
kinda
quite
came up after
stomp
that.
clap, but it's that like that 2010s era indie
was like-
rock. Yeah, it
Yeah.
starts getting like it's like right before we get to the Hey Geronimo shit. Yeah, it's very
right
Phoenix.
Right before
1901
Hey-Ho,
meets
it was
Pumped
like
Up Kicks.
right before
Oh.
right before Ho Hey Lumineers, it was like Young the Giant. It was
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
It was, which is great. Honestly, all that stuff is still great. I listen to Phoenix all the time.
Those are I
But,
do see those as such. Those are like Cage the Elephant. Like those feel like
Cage the
those are
Elephant,
weenie
yeah.
roast bands in my head. Like I feel like I
Yes.
call them weenie roast bands. Like
That's
as
actually
a good thing and a bad thing.
that is it's a good thing. I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
But I would say like growing up, elementary school was like, how often was I hearing the middle? Every day. How
Yeah.
often am I hearing, Misery Business and, whatever else was coming out at that point from like bands like that is very like how I, just what I remember
Yeah.
growing up in elementary and middle school. So that is kind of where when I think of like
Ooh.
emo and pop punk or emo punk or whatever it is, it's like going back and
Oh,
I think of Jimmy Eat World, Paramore, the band, like Nick is a big Blink guy. So, even this is definitely much more emo. Our guitarist Devin is a huge Coheed and Cambria fan,
Oh,
which is
that's
pretty fun.
Catherine,
Like
yeah.
it wasn't even a band that I was super into growing up or anything, but when I had met Devin was like, "Yo, I'm gonna put you on right now." It's like, oh, I get it, dude. Coheed, just an incredible guitar player, great
Yeah.
songwriter.
Oh God, I
everything about
know.
it. Awesome.
Seeing Claudio play live is, whew,
Yeah, different level.
Yeah,
So,
different level. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say, I'd say those are just like the 5 that pop into my head. Kind of shaping me
Beautiful.
as a person.
I feel like we got this
But
shitty end on KROQ. You hear about like in the like I was watching this. There's these videos I watched. I don't know if you ever seen like the train records guy. He does like one hit wonders as well. And I was watching one on like 99 Red Balloons. He's talking about how it got big in America. They like on KROQ was interviewing this German actress, and they're like, "What are you listening to?" And she gave it to him, and they played it. And I'm like, that
99.
wouldn't fucking happen now. Like,
No, it
Never.
would not happen, which is
Never
a shame. Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Like, what the fuck?
I wish I kind of, hearing about what K-Rock was before I was born sounds like a good time. Like my dad, I think it was a weenie roast. It was like on the same lineup was like Oasis, Foo Fighters, Stunt Double Pilots, all like in the same place at the same time, and like the Cure was like the headliner, something crazy like that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, God, how could you even? I can't even imagine doing something like that now. I went to an Almost Acoustic Christmas a few years back, which was, and actually, I'll give it to him because actually it was pretty sick. The headliner was 21 Pilots, Mumford and Sons, the 1975 Raconteurs,
Wow.
Interrupters.
The Interrupters. Yeah.
I might be missing someone there, but that lineup, like, I actually was like, this is pretty sick. And my dad is like, yeah, well, I saw fucking, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh.
mine had fucking the Gallaghers, and
Yeah,
Scott Weiland was still alive.
I had both
Yeah,
I had both Gallaghers.
I
No
had
one was
both
fighting.
Gallaghers and the Cure,
yeah, right.
and Color in the Shape era Foo Fighters, dude. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
And it's just like,
yeah.
get out of here, man. All right,
And it didn't
fine.
cost an arm and a leg to see it either.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge Foo Fighters guy. That's like my favorite band ever.
I
Foo
saw
Really?
that here written in the notes there. I was like, oh shit, okay.
Huge Foo Fighters. That's my thing.
What's your favorite Foo Fighters record?
I had someone ask me this question not that long ago, and I gave him a very surprising answer for whatever reason. I came to my answer in the middle of the sentence because there's kind of a few different reasons. When I first got my license, the car I had gotten only had a CD player, and I would listen to Echo, Silence, Patience, and Grace on repeat. That was just the CD that was in my car.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But as I got older, so I have a soft spot for Echo, Silence, Patience, and Grace. But as I got older, I feel like the kind of standard answers are like "There's Nothing Left to Lose" and "Color in the Shape" and whatnot.
Of course, yeah.
But like in a complete discography revisit that I had probably a year ago, I came to the conclusion that I love the debut.
The debut.
I
Nice.
love the first Foo Fighters record. I was like, this thing is it sounds like crap.
Yeah,
It's so raw. It's just so, like, the lyrics are there, and it just feels like, yeah, it just kind of is one of those things where it's like Dave was obviously going through it. You kind of can see the history on that, and it's just like the energy just oozes out of that thing of like, I think the debut might be my favorite Foo Fighters record.
good fucking pick. There we go.
That is a good pick, though.
I have a weird belief theory that I feel safe enough saying now that we're deep enough into this. We're like if Kurt doesn't die, like Nirvana, like is Nirvana today if they go on and make like 4 shitty records in the, you know what I mean? Where it's like,
I don't know.
We mentioned Oasis is has been the biggest band to me for like 15 years because Oasis didn't fucking exist. Whereas in the 2000s, I was fucking all over music. Oasis was cool, but it wasn't like this. Oh my god, because Oasis existed, they were fucking just doing mid shit. Like if we get fucking, like Bad Opinion in 2016, Kurt Cobain, like, are they looked at the same? But I think with how Dave is and that Foo Fighters shit, like, I think they were inevitable. Like, at some point he was going to go do that no matter what.
Just judging, like, I guess it's maybe one of those things that I wish I was able to live through and witness. But, like, obviously Dave always had it in him.
Yeah.
100%.
He had it in him. But like, it's kind of a good point. Like, Nirvana, is Nirvana because of what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah. Like if that happens, if Eddie Vedder passes away fucking after making like fucking 10 or
Verses
something
or
like that, or
Vitology,
verses, are we looking at Eddie Vedder the same, like, or are they still like, whereas like Pearl Jam now is like one of the most consistent great rock bands, but it's like Eddie's like they're not selling the PJ shirts at the Target the same way they are the Nirvana shirts.
No, yeah.
Right. It's, and it's one of those things. It's just like, alternate universe would know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's
yeah.
like we have no idea. And it's like, regardless, it's like you can't even, like, Kurt was a genius no matter what.
Yeah.
However far that could have taken
him,
who knows? So, it's so
but
hard to
Dave is
answer that question.
Dave's one hell of a front man, though. I've saw them live in 2023, and even though it's been a long time, he still has it in
He
him.
crushes.
Like, gosh, I mean, the energy they just expound on that stage is incredible. Yeah, it's amazing.
And the first time my first concert was the Foo Fighters ever.
Nice.
I was 6 years old. Excuse me. Echo, Silence, Patience, and Grace had just come out. That was the tour.
Mm-hmm.
Serge Tankian solo was the opener. And I was 6 years old. I was Foo Fighters obsessed, and I was like, wow, this is like, I have been I was a diehard before then. I probably was a diehard coming out of the womb, to be honest with you. And
where was this show at the time? They weren't doing shows at the Forum yet. Was this at Staples Center?
It was the Forum.
Oh shit! Okay.
I've seen them at the Forum. Have I ever seen them at Staples Center?
I don't think they're a Staples Center band at all. Like I feel like they're playing the fucking
They're a
LA
Forum.
Sports Arena before they were playing.
I saw Pearl Jam at the Sports Arena before they bulldozed the place.
Rest in peace, the Sports Arena.
Yeah, that and my dad's favorite band ever is Pearl Jam, and I've seen Pearl Jam a handful of times, and that show is just so
I saw them.
awesome.
I think they were here like it was last year. I think it was at the Forum. They did a couple nights. I was at my buddy took me. Yeah, we ate fucking Bloodsoe's barbecue outside. It was one of the better days I've had in LA ever.
Yeah, and how awesome are they?
That's because like I'm like a medium Pearl Jam fan, but like watching that, I was like, okay, like this is the best band on the planet. Like in terms of like rock and roll band, like probably like.
It's I 100% agree with you when you witness like, and maybe it's like, and I'm a diehard Pearl Jam fan too, so it's like I know the deep cuts, I know every song they're gonna on whatever set list they pull out because they change it every night, and maybe it is that culty vibe to them that has just this like, wow, there's nothing like seeing this. Like there's nothing like seeing a Pearl Jam show, and every show is so unique because the set lists change
out.
And it's so like the amount of songs they play even sometimes changes. And it's like, every show you're going to get something new and different. And so I've seen them maybe 4 or 5 times now. And it's like, this is just like, they're unreal. Truly unreal.
I feel like they came up recently too. Did they? Am I tripping, Amanda?
No, I think we've discussed maybe.
I swear to God, recently Eddie Vedder came up. Yeah, but love the Foo Fighters.
Yeah,
and
big
I like Pearl Jam more than the Foo Fighters. Sorry,
but
Dave really
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I think also same thing. Dave, they were just like they were that big band for so long, where it was just like, like I'm trying to hear. There was like always another song on the radio I was trying to hear. Like
that's I can see that, especially like on KROQ. It's like when the Pretender came out. It's like you're gonna hear the Pretender every other song.
Yeah.
When Rope or Walk came out in 2011, 12, it's like okay, you were gonna hear that over and over again.
Yeah.
Which I didn't mind, but 100%. It's just one of those things. It's like does it get overdone? Maybe.
Yeah.
But
maybe.
The bands that get overdone for the most part, there's a reason they get overdone. Like I think they all get fucking overdone, but it's like that. My issue is not with the bands or the fans of the bands. It's like it's more so like, hey, KROQ, you could like those places could still be relevant if we just like kept up a little more with the times. You know what I mean? Like that. But like don't
rock
get me wrong,
establishment, like in general, it's like we talked about that a lot. Yeah.
Get some Kiss the Scientist on that bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be great. We had Just For Me on KROQ Locals Only like 2 weeks ago.
Sick.
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Nice.
That was cool. So we all stayed up. I don't remember what time. I actually don't think it's that late anymore.
I think it's like 9 p.m. on Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, I had initially thought it was like, okay, it's gonna be like Sunday at like 11:30. I'm just mentally preparing to be up all night. And then I got like I actually didn't realize it was happening until Miles, the DJ, posted on his story, like, hey, this is what we're doing tonight. I was like, no
Like,
way.
that's me. Sick.
I was like, yeah. I was like, I texted Joe and I was like, what? Joe was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, we got it.
Did you record it in some way? Like,
I have a,
yeah.
yeah, I screen recorded it. So I have it.
Oh, you get to do that. Yeah. What, like my mom would in the 90s.
I was just saying, you're talking about
My
tape,
mom
yeah.
like requested a song for me and my sisters in the middle of the night, and then she used a cassette tape to record her like talking to that. And it was Wind Beneath My Wings by Ben Midler because my mom's
awesome.
big, yeah. So
Yeah, sick.
yeah. But
And
I just remember
dedication.
that.
Shout out Ben
Dedication,
Midler,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
And dedication. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we had our KROQ moment, which was really like
Beautiful.
surreal for me. And with the other like locals only stuff, it's just like there's other like super, you know, sorry, I'm looking for, you know, bands that have existed and are, you know, like Joyce Manor's on.
Yeah.
There's the locals only, and it's like okay, they're established. Obviously, they've been
Yes.
established forever,
Mhm.
and so it's kind of cool to be like hear your song, and then it kind of transitions right into something that you know, and
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly,
wow,
yeah.
this is pretty wild.
Sick.
So it was a trip. It was cool.
Man.
That's awesome.
Very
Well,
surreal,
fuck,
yeah.
you need to let me know the next time you play in this beautiful 818 Valley.
Absolutely, we will. You know, we're gonna work on getting busy.
Good.
Beautiful.
hmm
Cannot wait.
Yeah. Yeah. This is super sick. I guess general question, and if this lands on the episode, then you guys are asked this question. Do you guys trim up the episodes at all, or is it just like, here you go, here's your
No, I don't
here's our
believe in
conversation
trimming.
that we had?
I'll trim it out if you say something like for like a
If you
legal
want
thing.
us to, yeah.
Yeah, if
Oh,
someone
no.
if someone asked when we had the cute is what we aim for guy, he asked me to cut out like some of the fucks so he didn't sound so aggressive. I was like, brother, it's not the fucks like that made you sound aggressive.
That's not gonna
Yeah,
make you
but
aggressive.
I cut out. I remember feeling very proud that one time because like I cut out like it was like 72 fucks and there was still like 150 or something in there. But like I just cut out. I
feel
cut
like-
out a bunch of random and like that took me like 40 minutes. I was like, I'm not fucking doing this.
You've got like
again.
a whiteboard. It's just like the fuck counter.
Right? No, there's a
That's
fucking
That's more
thing.
than in Scarface. Oh my gosh.
It count, yeah, no, it count like it takes a transcript if you like typed it. So like if I typed in, it's like, oh, there's 244 fucks in here, and it would take me to each one, and like I'd kind like there was like if it's like
Wow.
if it's in passing like the fucking this, but if it was like this motherfucker, like I'd cut out those fucks. But like if they were like derogative, but if it's like I couldn't reasonably cut it out, I was gonna leave it. But like no,
Gotcha.
sorry.
Hey, I'm good for a raw convo. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
yeah.
just more of a curiosity question, I guess.
Oh yeah, no. I'll clip up the clips and stuff, but like
Oh yeah, 100%.
yeah, no. If people want to listen, you got to hear the whole thing. I'm sorry, everybody. I won't leave in like the 6 minutes we recorded when you were getting set up and stuff like that because I feel like in that part I probably might have said something wild. I don't remember if I did I?
We were talking about like business stuff, so maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I probably said something out of pocket. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'll clip that part.
I don't even know what happened. My computer was just like not going to work today.
I was so
Gotta love
confused.
it.
There's another Tomac. Do you know the Tomac, the guitarist?
No, I don't think so.
I think he has an E in there. They have an E in there. I think they play in Dear Cincinnati now, but they pop up on my fucking For You page. One of the wildest fucking shredders I've ever fucking seen. And like looks can't be older than like 18, 19. And I like when it just said Tomac with black screen, I was like, is that the same fucking Tomac? Like
That'd be kind of wild.
that's what we were talking about
actually.
before that. That's what we were talking about before that.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
we
it
were
was.
talking
Yeah, I
about
was
that.
like, I was
And
like,
it's
you were
kind of
trying to
crazy you
figure
say
it
that because Dear Cincinnati actually sent us a DM yesterday of like, hey, you guys are dope. Like, we should be homies.
Oh,
and I was like,
sick.
hey, guys,
Yeah.
what's up? I'm a
That's
fan.
awesome.
I'm into it.
They're our favorite of the young bands. One of them. I don't know. We can't say favorite. Someone will get upset. But I ordered a Dear Cincinnati hoodie the other night at like midnight. Just
Dope.
for the fuck of it. And like 10 minutes later, I got a text from Troy being like, you don't have to buy it. Like, I'll give you stuff for free, Rob. I'm like, you got to support the troops, dog. Like, y'all are on the road like
Yeah.
7 months a year. Like,
they deserve it, 100%.
I was like, yeah, let me give you the $17 of this that'll be profit. Like, let me buy your bitch ass Arby's, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly. Come on.
but
Yeah, no, they deserve it, 100%. Awesome, man.
yeah, no, they're They'll have a new record out later this year, early next. We'll see. We'll see.
Dope. I'm into it.
We'll see. But anyways, yeah, thanks for joining us, Max.
thank you, Max.
Yeah, this was sick.
It was an honor.
Thanks for chatting. And I love nerding out about bands I love and going deep into random whatever. And this is sick.
Where would the people find you on the internet if they don't know how to type in "Kiss the Scientist"? I guess I don't know. I feel like this is like a holdover question from the past. We still ask.
If you, I guess, if you can't type in "Kiss the Scientist," you'll find us on Instagram, TikTok.
Or they still have to fucking type it in.
I guess you still have to type it in.
Yeah.
On Instagram and TikTok.
Use the voice thing. Ask Siri.
Instagram and TikTok, Kiss the Scientist. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, YouTube, SoundCloud, you name it. Kiss the Scientist. We're there. And yeah, we're busy. I'm working on getting busier on Facebook, Twitter, and stuff like that as well eventually. But Instagram and TikTok is where we reside for the most part.
Perfect.
And we are from Los Angeles, the Valley adjacent, some Ventura County. Our drummer lives in close to Riverside, which is quite far from me, but he shows up. But he shows up to rehearsal, and I appreciate that. He drives a long way.
Yeah.
And so we're around, and we'll be around.
Love it. Well, thank you, Max. We really appreciate you joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
Of course.
Hey man, it's your boy Petty Hendrix, man. You tuned in to Emo Kid Anomalies. Check it out, you did.